Let's take a look at problem 3. If alpha and beta are the measures of two first quadrants, so both alpha and beta are in the first quadrant, we want to find the sine of alpha plus beta. To start these problems, you're looking at two different triangles, one that's an alpha and one that's a beta, two different angles. So let's look at the alpha triangle. So here's the alpha triangle, it's in the first quadrant. So here's alpha right here in the corner. And it says tangent. Now remember, tangent is opposite over adjacent. So this is 12 opposite. The adjacent side's right here, 35. Okay. Let's jump to the beta. We'll come back and get the hypotenuse in a minute. Here's beta. Beta, it says cosine of beta is 3/5. So cosine is adjacent is 3. Hypotenuse is 5. Now that should be obvious that that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle. But again, 3 squared plus this missing side squared equals 5 squared. So we get a 4. Finding this, we're going to do 35 squared plus 12 squared equals the hypotenuse squared. That's going to give us 37. When we put all that together and then take the square root, we're going to get 37 as our hypotenuse. So now we just need to do this part right here. Now that we've done our two triangles, that's the first thing always. Sine of alpha plus beta. So sine of the alpha triangle's angle plus the beta's angle. Well, we follow the formula that says do the sine of the first alpha times cosine of the second beta. Since it's a plus, with sine it stays a plus. Sine of the second beta times the cosine of the first alpha. So all I do is go back and says, give me the sine of alpha triangle. So here's my alpha triangle. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse, 12/37. Cosine of beta. Here's beta. Cosine is 3/5. Plus sine of beta. So I'll come back to the beta. Sine is 4/5. Cosine of alpha. So here's the alpha triangle. Cosine is 35/37. So now 12, I just multiply these plus multiply these. Okay, so 12 times 3 is 36. 37 times 5 is what, 185. 4 times 35 is 140. And again, 185. Denominator will always stay the same. It'll always be, basically it's going to be your two hypotenuses always down here. Since you're dealing with sine and cosine, it's always opposite over hypotenuse, adjacent over hypotenuse. So always going to have the hypotenuse in the bottom. So again, those will always be the same. Simply add them together. That gives me 176 over 185. That right there is the answer to problem 3. That is the value of sine of the alpha plus the beta.